Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone else. All are welcome to tonight's broadcast of this matchup between the Shasta Knights and the Solano Falcons. This Tuesday, the 26th of November, marks the first time Solano College will be hosting a playoff game. My name is Nathaniel Thomas from the Solano College Sports Network, joined by Mr. Show and Go himself, Mason Flores. Mace, what do we expect from this matchup between the Knights and the Falcons?
I expect the Knights to come out here with a really fast pace, trying to take the momentum quick from this crowd. You know, the Falcons are going to try and feed off of the energy from the crowd. You want to quiet this crowd quickly, and this is supposed to be a really exciting one. It's the second closest seeding matchup we have in the whole entire playoffs. And Shasta coming off a 4-game winning streak, Solano coming off a 6-game winning streak. You know, you want to end your season really strong. And I think it was the last game between these two teams. It was the closest of the whole season. So I think we're in for a really good one. Yeah,
we're definitely in for a good matchup. The last time these two teams have met was on the 11th of September. They haven't seen each other since. Again, Solano won that narrowly 3-2. They won the full 5 sets. We have a good matchup for you here. We're also joined by one of the players, Grayson Maroka. Grayson, what do we expect to see from the strategies that these two teams will try to use to defeat each other and move on in the playoffs?
Yeah, so both these teams are very aggressive offensively, and we also both teams have really good defensive areas. So it's going to be a lot of energy going back and forth, and the teams have to make sure that they're staying together and making sure they're working together throughout this entire game.
Well, the opening serve is just moments away. Number 6, Shawnee Church, is back there. There's the serve, and it's immediately saved by number 14 on the Falcons side. Thrown back over. Good save from Shasta. Now the Falcons trying to slow down the momentum. There's the spike set up. Blocked. Great block. The Falcons send it over, and it's out of bounds. So the first point of this game goes to the Shasta Knights.
That was really narrow. Great sequence of events for both teams right there, just ending in a tough bounce.
Yeah, those are tough shots right there. Those line shots, we want to make sure that we're close enough to the line, but just a little too far.
Yeah, well, now a serving error is going to make it. Oh, excuse me. It was a good serve that landed inbounds, so 2-0 the score is. Third serve now, and third point in a row for the Shasta Knights. It's 3-0.
Just like I talked about, they want to start off really quick, take this momentum early.
Yeah, when you have a good server, you want to make sure you're utilizing them so they're really pinpointing where they can score points right now.
Yeah, right now they're aiming for the Falcons' right side. Good block, but the Falcons are going to get the point. They're on the board. It's 3-1. Wow, what a play there. The block and then the spike after.
That was really good recovery from the Falcons right there.
Yeah, they want to utilize Jada. She's a fast swinger, so got to get her swinging.
Yeah, Jada Kufi definitely set her up for as many attacks as possible. That one just barely out of the reach. Taps their hand, but bounces out of bounds. It's now 4-1. Shasta in the lead.
Just very great execution from Shasta so far.
Yeah, number 4 is definitely their best hitter, so we need to make sure, or the Falcons need to make sure that they're staying low on defense.
Yeah, and that was number 4, Madeline Frick. She just served right now on this current volley. Right now, Shasta's setting up. Soft tap over. Oh, and it confuses everyone. Just lands in no man's land. Nobody knew whose it was. That was a very tough play.
This team has to stay together. They have to keep their minds strong. It's hard to start off 5-1.
Yeah, those kinds of plays are tricky when it's in front of everyone. We need to make sure they're talking on the court.
Yeah, I mean, the Falcons, it definitely is something that needs to be warmed up, especially in a situation like this, a home playoff game. But it looks like they're warming up now. Pow with the dump, and nope. A hit back over, save, Pow. Gives her teammates some time. That spike was blocked. Shasta has it. They tap it over, and the point's going to go to the Knights, 6-1.
They're just mistiming. It seems like miscommunication on the Falcons' end. They need to stay together.
Yeah, the nerves are definitely something that they need to work through.
Yeah, I mean, through the introductions, there are a lot of freshmen on this team, not a lot of veteran presence, so they are expecting a lot out of Vanaya Pau Pau. She has definitely been a veteran presence, a leader in this team, and you can tell she has all of her poise, and the rest of the team just needs to get settled in. It looks like that may be the start. That was number 10, Aaliyah Aguiar, with the point. It's now 6-3.
A lot of power from this front line.
Yeah, when you're getting blocked a lot on the front line, you're going to have to make sure that you're utilizing it and tooling on those hits.
Oh, and Shasta quickly answers right back. That was deflected off of the fingertips and then out of bounds. It's 7-3. Serving now is number 3, Emma Mangini. She's a 5'11 sophomore from Marysville, California. She's going to serve from the left side, down the line. That's the second hit. Third one goes back over the Shasta side. They're setting up the spike. There it is, and it's going to give them a point. 8-3.
Falcons need to stay in their spots. Need to stay low.
Yeah, we're going to have to try. The Falcons are going to try to have to get some more hits in there. Giving them free balls is going to kill us if they keep the momentum up.
Yeah, in a playoff game, there's absolutely zero margin for error.
Remember, it's a long game.
Could be. That's out of bounds. Point goes to the Falcons. The score is now cut in half. It's 8-4.
Falcons just need to stay poised. Understand that the moment is big, but you have a lot of time in movement.
Here's Mackenzie Lovell, number 7. Good serve. Now they're setting up for a spike. Save! Oh, it just out of reach from number 5. The diving Trinity Tungasmita was a fantastic valiant effort, but the point is now given to the Knights. It's 9-4. The Knights with the serve. Here's the setup from the Falcons. Pau Pau spikes it over, but it's in the air on Shasta's side. They give it back to the Falcons. Now back to Shasta. A lot of back and forth here. Really slowed down the momentum. Pau Pau taps it over, but it's out of bounds, and it's now 10-4. The Knights lead.
Yeah, the Falcons really need to try to stay calm on these kinds of plays. They're scrambling everywhere, and we need to make sure that we're keeping them in play.
Yeah, the composure is going to be crucial here on out. I mean, the Falcons have been dominant. They have had 17 shutouts in the year. They've just lost the point there. It's now 11-4, but this Falcons team has proven that they are a force to be reckoned with. Now it looks like a timeout is called.
Yes.
But again, this year, the Falcons have gone 26-5. They're 10-0 in conference play, and they've won the last 6 games. They're 13-1 at home. They're 7-2 away, and they have 17 shutouts on the year. 17 times they've swept the sets, 3-0. And so really, this 11-4 deficit early in the first set is not going to be indicative of the rest of the match. There's a lot of volleyball to go.
It absolutely isn't, because if we remember, this last matchup started off with the Knights getting the early victory, the early lead. They started off winning the first set, and the Falcons just need to get their spirits up, keep communicating on the court, no more scrambling. The Knights clearly have more communication and less scrambling, for sure.
Yeah, the Falcons are trying to adjust right now. They don't have one of their key players, Gianna. So trying to work around new rotations, finding new players and new groups and working together to find the new momentum.
Yeah, Gianna Gintu, a freshman from American Canyon High School. As the Falcons get a point, their first point after a timeout. That's always a good sign when you get the point immediately after a timeout.
Mm-hmm.
They need to get more momentum from this crowd, absolutely. Get the crowd going into it.
Yeah, this is the fullest we've seen the Falcons nest here at Solano College.
The nest is definitely full for their first ever home playoff game.
There's the point. The setup, the spike is good for the Knights.
Man, that spike is vicious, man.
Yeah, Shasta's definitely keeping the Falcons on their feet right now. Their offense is incredibly fast, so they need to adjust and make sure they're giving them harder balls so they don't have the opportunity to keep the pace up.
Here's number 12 with the serve, Emery Brown for the Knights. It's being set up on the Falcons side. A whistle is blown. It looks like the point goes to the Falcons. What was the call there?
So one of Shasta's players was on the net, which is a violation, causing the Falcons to take that point.
That was very close.
Yeah, well, the Falcons have taken the last 2 out of 3 points, so they're picking up some momentum. It's 12-6. Here's the setup from Shasta, blocked by the Falcons, but it does bounce out of bounds on the other side of the net, so Shasta's going to get the point, but you're seeing some momentum picking up for Solano at least. That ball just didn't go their way, literally.
The timing has to be key for those blocks.
The ball is on Shasta's side, some confusion at the net. The point goes to Shasta.
The trickery right there was insane.
Yeah, when the balls are close to the net, it's hard to gauge who's going to get it and what's going to happen. So they need to make sure they're just staying on their feet and ready to react to anything.
The serves are so important in this game.
Yeah, Shelby Rogers with the serve there. The libero going all the way near the wall on the Solano side to keep that in play. It's back to Shasta. Here's the setup for the spike, and it's out of bounds. The point goes Solano.
The Solano Falcons have to have a lot of awareness where they are. A lot of communication needs to be had.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of scrappiness from Alyssa, the libero for the Falcons. She's very fast, but we need to make sure that we're keeping our passes together.
Solano's going to get another point. So quickly they're climbing themselves back into it. Still a steep mountain, 14-8, but Solano's life is starting to slowly come alive. Oh, the save! It sends it back over the net. Pow, pow! Wow! And Solano ends up with the point. What a save by Pow Pow!
That started off all with Pow Pow. One of the most key players for this Falcons team, for sure.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot more scrappiness from her, too.
Yeah, there's the veteran presence that we were talking about. One of the only sophomores on the court right now. Wow. Another Solano point. It's now 10-14.
It's all going to be a part of this defense. This defense has to restrict points.
Yeah, Solano's a good serving team, so they need to make sure they're staying on this run.
Well, 14, Vanessa Simeon serving for Solano. Definitely keeps the momentum going. There's the serve. Some more confusion at the net. And finally, the Falcons have made it a 3-point deficit. It's 14-11 and another timeout's called.
They need it. They need it. Falcons are clearly getting the momentum. Falcons crowd get into it. The nest is shaking. Wow, this is great. This is great atmosphere. We got the mascot here. He's trying to get the crowd into it.
Yeah, that's Frankie, the Fierce Falcon. He is...
Shout out to Frankie, man.
Extremely animated. Let's hope he gets some airtime. Let's go, Frankie.
The Fierce Falcon, yes, sir.
He's dabbing up the fans. There we go,
man.
Frankie.
Getting excited.
Well, it's been an exciting first set. Solano, after a couple of timeouts, seems to be getting their composure together. Again, we have to give this team credit. There's a lot of freshmen on this court right now in this first ever playoff game at the Falcon Nest. There's the serve from the Falcons over to the Knights side. They're setting up for a spike. It gets over and saved. There's the libero once again. Alyssa setting it up. The spike blocked, out of bounds. Point goes Solano.
And we can definitely see the momentum picking up for Solano, using their serves, which is one of their strongest suits. So
this is one of the most impacted sports when it comes to momentum. Momentum shifts so much in sports, but this is one of the biggest ones when it comes to it.
There's another point, and all of a sudden the Falcons are one behind the Knights, 14-13.
The Falcons are staying composed. They stayed composed after that timeout. That was a brilliant timeout by their coach.
Simeon again gets it over. Here's the setup from the Knights. The spike, and the Knights answer back quickly with a point of their own.
That was much needed for the Knights. Much needed for the Knights, trying to stop this run by the Falcons right here.
The Falcons need to focus on their pass right now to make sure they don't get in another hole.
Powell receives the serve from the Knights. The spike across at an angle is out of the back boundary, so 16-13. The Knights have scored 2 in a row. There's the serve. Pau sends it back. A nice dive, but it looks like the upper judge is going to call it hit the ground. 16-14. Falcons get the point.
Man, that's soft touch.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot more from this kind of stuff from Fanai. She's very smart on the court, so she's going to find the holes where necessary.
For Helio to Pau. The spike. Saved. Good defense from Shasta. Shasta spikes it themselves and makes it 17-14.
Shasta is definitely controlling the net right now.
Yeah, the Falcons are going to have to start getting on the number 4, and now she's in the back row, so making sure they're staying on their feet.
And Madeline Frick with the serve. There's the spike, blocked. Wow, defense from Shasta has been sharp.
So much control by the Knights right now on the net. And this Falcons team has a lot of height.
Yeah, they really do, but it seems like Shasta's really doing all they can to keep these spikes from getting over, and the Falcons have no answer for it. Now they're setting up for their own spike. It's outside of the back boundary, so Falcons get the point.
Yeah, the Falcons need to start working more together and making sure that they're staying on their momentum. So right now it seems more the Knights' mistakes that are getting us points.
Well, Falcons with the serve. It's on the Knights' side. Bluff spike and then soft tap over. And now it's way over the back boundary. The Falcons pick up a point, 18-16.
Brianna's one of their most successful servers, so they're gonna have to try to keep her on the line, keep this run going for them.
Brianna Davis, the serve for the Falcons now. Ooh, good save from Virgilio. Some confusion at the net. The point goes to Shasta, but great save from Melissa Virgilio digging out that spike.
His defense is definitely showing for the Knights right now.
There's number 3, Emma Mangini with the serve. It's received by Virgilio. Set up Pau. The spike, and the point goes to the Falcons. They're starting to climb back.
Very good execution right there.
Yeah, the Falcons need to focus on finding those little holes in the court for Shasta, as they're pretty much everywhere right now.
Here's Mackenzie Lovell, number 7 of the Falcons with the serve. Shasta now sending it back over very easily. The set from Davis. Pau flings it over and gets the point. Pau with the soft touch.
Too smart. The IQ right there to know where everyone is at on the court is just amazing.
We're going to have to try to utilize these serves right now, too.
And again, still Lovell on the serve. The setup for the spike. Blocked and saved. Nope, the point is going to go to the Knights. 20-18.
Just a tough bounce right there. They've got the block, but the timing aspect is really key to this team.
Yeah, it seems the Falcons need to just work on the communication, making sure they know who's getting the ball and who's not.
Yeah, in a loud game like this, there's definitely a lot of nerves and a lot of opportunity for miscommunication. Interesting volley here. The setup, number 14.
Wow.
Vanessa Simeon gets the point. It's now 20-19.
It is a really close game right now.
Yeah, like I said, they're going to have to try to use the block and tool off of it when Shasta's being so aggressive at the net right now.
Serve from Solano. It's on the Knights side. They fling it over. Here's the setup. The spike from 14 again. Blocked. And the point's going to go to the Knights.
That was just bad timing right there. It was rough. Got to get that over the net.
Emery Brown on the Knights with the serve. There it is. Set up by Davis. Soft touch over the net. Flung over, out of bounds. Point goes to Solano. It's 21-20.
A big shift has to happen in either of these teams. This is where the game is made.
Yeah, they really want to try to utilize Jada right now with her in the front row as one of the strongest hitters.
Pau with the serve. Knights have it. And the Knights have the point, 22-20.
Just have to move fast,
Yeah, Shasta seems to be targeting the setting spot or the right back, which the Falcons need to adjust to.
Powell with the setup, soft touch over the net. The Knights have it. Now they're setting up the spike, saved by Cornelio. Now Powell sets it up. Simeon spikes. Simeon gets the point.
Wow, and that was right between the arms. What a spike, man.
Yeah, Vanessa's a strong hitter, so she's going to try to get it down however she can.
Yeah, now Simeon takes the back boundary as she's about to serve.
They have to get a great serve right here.
And they do. It's going to be on the Knights side. They're setting up. Soft touch over. Powell with the set. Nope. It's out the back boundary, so 23-21 now.
Yeah, the Falcons seem to be getting more momentum. They just need to minimize those small little errors that are costing them some points.
It is another timeout. Yeah, I mean, Solano definitely is working together a lot better, it seems, as this first set goes on. It's going to be interesting to see how the rest of the sets play out. But they've climbed back from a large deficit. It's now 23-21. I mean, Grayson, what do you think they're talking about in their respective meetings right now?
Definitely for the Falcons, they're going to try to talk about the communication on the court, making sure that they're understanding where each person is, and finding the holes in Shasta's defense and everything. Shasta's definitely trying to keep the momentum up and keep them on their toes.
Solano needs to keep up with their speed. Seems like the Knights have a lot of speed on their defense. Need more timing on this Falcons team right here.
Yeah, the Knights defense has been impeccable. So the Knights are going to have the serve, 23-21. Shasta leads. Here's a serve from number 6, Shawnee Church. Papao lobs it up. Aguiar sends it back over. The Knights have it. Now they're setting up for the spike. And it's saved by Pau, but it's going to go out of bounds. 24-21 now.
Man, that power is just crazy, man.
Yeah, with number 4 in the front row for Shasta, it's going to be hard to keep her down.
Yeah, not much Pau could do there, really. And now again, Madeline Frick spikes it and gets the kill. So that's going to be the first set. First set goes to Shasta, 25-21 as we head into set 2.
Really good start for the Knights.
Yeah, Madeline Frick, we're really going to have to watch out for her. A 6'1" sophomore from Palo Cedro. Her high school was Foothill over in California. 6'1", a sophomore. So she's got the physical, dominating presence. You also have the sophomore veteran experience. So that's definitely something that Madeline Frick is going to use to carry her team for the rest of this match.
Yeah, they're going to have to try to stop her, try to put an end to her ongoing streak, but she's only getting faster right now. So Falcons are really going to have to adjust with not only the new lineup, but controlling number 4.
That front line has to be stronger for Solano, and the recovery has to be a lot better. Just a lot of communication has to happen.
So now Frankie, the fierce Falcon, is tossing out T-shirts, getting this crowd into it. You can only tell that the Solano Falcons are almost like a sleeping monster. You know, the moment that they get heated up, there's going to be no turning back. But the thing is, will these freshmen be able to heat things up before it gets out of hand? If they lose this next set, it doesn't matter how close or how narrowly, to be down 2-0 and be asked to win 3 sets in a row is going to be rough. So this next set is going to define the momentum.
We saw the Falcons able to have a lot of surge in their offensive power with the run that they had. They made it a close game. It looked like they were dead out of the water to start. I mean, the Knights they were executing way better. It was almost perfect for the Knights. So I doubt that the Knights will be able to execute perfectly the rest of the time. So the Falcons, their time will come. We saw some sparks from him, and they just have to spark a fire.
Yeah, now that the first set's over, the Falcons have a feel for what the game's going to be, and they're making their adjustments now to make sure that they're still in this game.
And in a game like volleyball, there's definitely a lot of swings in momentum, you know, from either even going on a good run and picking up a few consecutive points, or from set to set, a lot can change. So are there any mental preparation that they can do to sort of weather the storms and the rockiness of a match?
I think it's just to remember that this is a whole game of mistakes. People are going to make mistakes. You're going to make a mistake, and that's okay. You just have to move on and go to the next play and come back stronger.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have to come back strong. Again, this is going to be a match defining set. This can be the difference between being down 2-0 or being tied 1 apiece, and it's a brand new ball game. So Shasta has taken our right side. The Solano Falcons have taken our left side of the screen. That's going to be Pau Pau in the back boundary. Looks like she's poised to set up the serve. All right, Pau Pau has the ball. Number 18, that is. She's on her right side. The serve goes down the line, up into Knights territory. Soft touch from Frick. Doesn't fool anyone there. It's back in the Knights side. There's the spike. Pau Pau tosses it up. Saved. It's staying in. Is it? No. Wow. Wow, they really went after it, trying to go on defense there, Pau Pau and Lovell. But they just couldn't salvage the point. It's 1-0.
Yeah, the Falcons are really scrappy, and they just need to make sure that they're controlling some of their passes and hits and staying in this game.
Here's number 6 on the serve, Shawnee Church. So over on the Falcons side. Now back to the Knights. Here's the setup for Frick. No good. Now back to the Knights, and that's in. The Falcons have evened it up, 1-1.
The Falcons need to start really strong for this one. Take the momentum right back, get it going.
Yeah, and that was a smart shot by Vanessa. She's usually going all power and switching it up last second on the shorter balls are good.
Yeah, tough serving error makes it 2-1, but yeah, Vanessa Simeon's doing a good job of almost having like a change-up. You gotta change speeds, not always let the defense know what they're doing. Here's Madeline Frick, back boundary. There's the serve. Simeon has it. Pau Pau lobs it. There's the spike. It's blocked and dug out, and now sent back over to the Falcons side. The Falcons trying to slow down the pace. Here's the spike, and the Falcons get the point.
That all started off with bad communication on the Knights' part. They didn't call out the middle, and they were almost able to recover, but they all scrambled away.
Yeah, Jada Kufi with the kill. Here's Perhelio with the serve. It's in Knights territory. They send it back over. Pau Pau sets. Here's the spike from Simeon. Simeon gets another kill. 3-2, and the first Solano lead of the night.
Still poor communication from the Knights right there. Like I said, I don't think the Knights will be able to stay perfect the whole night.
Yeah, these are the kind of moments you want to really pick on. If they're struggling, you want to keep going to that same spot.
And it looks like the Falcons have answered back to all of the spots that the Knights have been hitting to. The Falcons pick up another point, and it looks like the Falcons have woken up.
Great response from this team.
Yeah, they're really picking up the momentum and finding the spots that they can score points on.
Frick with the soft touch over, and it's not going to make it. It hits the net. 5-2. Falcons get another point.
The errors are coming right now for the Knights right now.
Yeah, Solano's really putting some pressure on Shasta right now.
This crowd has to get into it.
All right, Perhelio with the serve. Knights have it. The spike, not going to get there. It's in between no man's land for the Falcons, so the Knights pick up a point, 5-3.
Very much needed for this Knights team.
Emma Mangini, the 5'11 sophomore from Marysville, California, is in the back boundary to serve. Over on the right side. Oh, no one's going to get there. The point is going to go to the Knights.
Was that bad communication right there?
Yeah, that's a smart shot by Shasta. We have a setter playing are doing serve receive right now, which is not usually someone who's passing. So they're going to definitely target her right now.
Looks like they tried to target her again. Pao sets. Here's the serve. Dug out. Serve. Wow. Oh, wow. What a sequence of events. Vanessa Simeon once again. What a beast.
Aaliyah's in the front row. She's really firing up right now, so just got to keep up that momentum.
Here's number 9, Brianna Davis with the serve. Received by Frick. It's in Knights territory. Blocked by Pao, but out of bounds. The point's going to go to the Knights. Excuse me, on the last Solano point, it was Aaliyah Aguiar, not the name I mentioned. My apologies. So Aguiar with the 6th point of the second set of the match for the Falcons. Here's number 16, Hannah Martins with the serve. Simeon receives. Pao sets. Here's the spike from Aguiar. Dug out. Shasta sends it back over. Now another spike, but it's going to be out the back boundary. 6-5 now.
Yeah, something Shasta's doing, which is really smart, is they've been targeting the setter's position, which is, again, right back, because it slows down the pace of the other side, because when the setter's out, then you have to figure out who's going to get the next ball to hit it over.
So it's really a game of mental acuity as well. Another point goes to the Knights as that ball is out the far boundary. Here's number 16, Hannah Martins again with the serve for the Knights. Perhelio has it. Pao sets. And a soft touch over. But now the Knights, the Falcons get the point.
Yeah, another net touch on Shasta.
Shasta is controlling the net so far. What their athleticism seems to be outmatching the Falcons right now, but the Falcons just have so many smart players on their team.
Here's Mackenzie Lovell with the serve for the Falcons. It's on the Knights side. Sends it back over to the Falcons. Davis sets. Here's the lob over. Ooh, good block from Pao.
She's everywhere.
Here's another set. A spike. No, it's a change up, and it gets them the point. 8-7.
Man, she is everywhere.
Well, you thought they were going to spike hard, but then it was a change-up.
Yeah,
so.
An off-speed shot by Vanessa. Again, another smart play. They're expecting something hard and changing it up last second.
Another spike dug out on the Falcon side. Pao sends it back over. The Knights have it. They tap it over, but saved by Davis. Here's the spike. Ooh. Wow, a lot of action at the net. What a sequence. Oh, and the Knights claw their way to a point to tie it up 8-8.
What a recovery by the Knights right there.
Yeah, that's a tricky shot to send it back where no one is, and the Falcons weren't ready for it.
Well, these
so
two
much
teams
action
know.
happening.
These two teams know, with a lot of action. They know that this is the set. The set happens right here. It's 8-8 right now. Oh, good block from the Falcons. It's up in the air on the Knights side. They send it over. And the Knights get the point. They get the lead. So the third lead change of this set. It's now 9-8 with Shasta ahead.
Great recovery from Shasta right now.
Yeah, again, Shasta's really targeting the setters, which is throwing the Falcons off a little bit, trying to save the setter, but then leading to some miscommunications.
Ooh, good block from Perhelio. The Knights send it back over. The Falcons have it. Here's the setup. And it's out the back boundary. So 10-8. The Knights keep their lead. Here's number 12, Emery Brown for the Knights with the serve.
The Knights are putting pressure on the Falcons.
They're back over on the Falcons side. Blocked. And back on the Falcons. Here's another. Ooh, and the Knights will get the point, 11-8. So quickly, slippery slope. The Falcons have fallen down.
I think the Falcons need a timeout.
Yeah, it looks like we have an injured player on the court for Solano.
And who was that came off? Number 7.
Mackenzie Lovell.
Kenzie Lovell, the freshman from Vanden.
So now we have Maui in on the court. Just past the first ball.
Maui Asuncion. Jersey number 1. Oh, good save from Prohelia from that spike from the Knights. Now the cross-angled spike is out of bounds. Point goes to Shasta.
Yeah, the Falcons seem to be keeping up. It's just those small mistakes of hitting out of bounds just a little bit or miscommunication that they need to try to pick up on.
The Falcons did need that timeout for sure. Regroup, get their minds right. They're getting blitzed right now.
Yeah,
putting a lot of pressure on the Falcons.
And the communication mistakes that you mentioned, Grayson, are really costing, because it seems like, you know, these small mistakes that are costing them points. It feels like the Falcons are absolutely capable of addressing these mistakes. It's just, do you think it's more of the nerves right now? I mean, they've seen also the Knights before. Again, they met on the 11th of September, where I'll read the 5 sets as they go. The first set, Shasta won 25-17. Then Solano won 25-21, and again 25-22. Before Shasta answered back 25-22, and then Solano answered back 15-13. So they faced each other, but from those scores alone, you can tell it was a close game.
Yeah.
And so now that margin for error, that little margin for error, plus the mistakes are really compounding, which is why you see a 12-8 score.
It's hard to keep that chemistry. Chemistry and communication is really important in this game.
Yeah, and Shasta's been answering by not slowing down at all for Solano.
Well, Shasta had to serve. Now the ball's back on Shasta's side. And, ooh, good save from Davis, but it's out of bounds. Good play from Frick to see that it was going to land where it did. So 13-8.
Yeah, again, Shasta's really targeting those setting positions for the Falcons, and they need to start responding to those.
Yeah, when it's the same play over and over, you definitely need an answer back. Here's the spike from Frick, and she gets it in. 14-8 on a powerful swing.
Man, she is just doing so much for this team in the front.
Yeah, the Falcons are really going to try to have to slow her down, especially when she's on fire like that now.
Shasta with the ball. The spike blocked. Back on Shasta's side, and it hits the net. So the 9th point is going to be awarded to Solano, 14-9.
Yeah, much needed mistake from Shasta for the Falcons, and now that they have the serve, they want to try to keep this run going.
That's the number. All right, ball's on Shasta's side. Back to the Falcons. It's saved, but then out of bounds. So 15-9, the score is. Shasta leads.
Just rough execution from this Falcons team right now.
Yeah, the Falcons seem to be there each time, but just need to maybe get better contact on the ball so we can play it, so they can keep playing it.
Shasta with the serve. The spike set up, and a much-needed point for Solano. They've reached double digits, 15-10.
Yeah, Jada's definitely a key player for Solano on the net, so they need to keep her on fire, start warming her up.
Here's Pau with the serve for the Falcons. Frick taps it over. They catch the change up. Here's the setup for the serve. Now it's on Shasta's side. Oh, and the Falcons get the point.
Now that was really good execution right there, playing together as a team.
Yeah, Vanessa's starting to get more aggressive at the net, which is exactly what the Falcons need right now.
Pau with the second serve. Ball's on Frick's side, and that's the second time Frick couldn't get over the net. So 15-12. There's clearly something going on with how she can spike it over, but it seems like that she can't seem to get it over any other way.
Yeah, Shasta's really trying to keep that momentum up, but causing them a little bit of trouble.
There's a serve, and Kufi misses just out of bounds. 16-12 now.
She has to get her location right on those spikes. Once she starts heating up, like you said, you get it going.
Shawnee Church with the serve for the Falcons. Kofi
Like that.
gets the point with the kill, 16
like
to 13.
that.
Just like that, indeed.
Yeah, that's the best kind of thing when you make a mistake and they give it to you right again and then you execute perfectly.
This front is very key for this Falcons team right now.
Shasta has the ball. Frick sets up, blocked, but Frick gets the point. Shasta now leads 17 to 13.
Falcons need to make a run right now.
Yeah, they have an advantage with number 4 in the back row now, but doesn't seem like she's slowing down anytime soon.
Powell receives the serve from Frick. The tough spike from Kofi gets Solano the point, 17 to 14. Virgilio with the serve for the Falcons. The spike from the Knights, good, 18 to 14 now.
Yeah, again, Shasta's really been targeting that spot, and it's been working for them this whole night, so should expect a lot more of those kind of plays.
Yeah, it's more center backcourt. They're really doing a good job of splitting the defense, really making it difficult for anyone to tell whose ball is whose. And that ball goes out of bounds. Point again goes to Shasta, 19 to 14.
Rough for the Falcons right now.
Yeah, the Falcons really just need to try to reset and start fresh right now.
There's a serve from Mangini. It's on the Falcons side. Now back to the Knights. Here's the setup. The spike! It's going to be saved. Ball still in play. The Knights have it again. Back to the Knights. Here's the soft spike, and they're going to get the point. The Knights, well executed, 20 to 14.
Again,
the pace
that
was really fast, and she slowed it down.
Yeah, that same shot right between the setter and anyone else around her.
There's Emma Mangini once again with the serve. Up the line. Powell with the set. Here's the soft spike. Change up. Point goes to Solano.
Solano needs a 5-point swing right now.
Yeah. Really did it right back to them, and now they need to really keep this lead.
Yeah, it seems like every time Solano picks up a point or two,
They let them up. They let it right back up, allowing 2 straight. They need to keep momentum. That's been an issue all night.
Yeah, they need to keep momentum. Here's Brianna Davis trying to do just that. The serve gets to Frick. Now the setup, the spike blocked, and Papao sends it up high. Here's the setup, the spike out of the back boundary. So those spikes have really not been landing in the boundaries of the net. I mean, of the court. It's now 21 to 15.
I think having that length in the back for the Knights is really helping them.
Yeah, Solano seems to be targeting the back line, but just missing a little bit each time.
Here's the setup, the spike, saved. Good save, Solano has it. They send it back over. Here's the Knights' turn. Here's the spike, stopped by Prohelio. Blocked by Pau, saved by Prohelio. Back to the Knights. Here's another spike attempt. Action at the net, and Falcons get the point.
Yeah, you'll notice that Shasta's really keeping their offense fast. They're setting fast. The hitters are swinging fast, and Solano really needs to adjust to that and try to react faster with it.
Yeah, the pace that the Knights are setting, they've really been the pacemakers so far. It's been the Falcons just trying to keep up. And here's Maui Asuncion, number 1 for the Falcons with the serve. Here's the spike from Frick. It's dug out by Prohelio. The ball's still in play. Sent back over. Another setup. The spike is out the back boundary, so the point goes to Solano. 21 to 17.
Momentum.
Yeah, much needed point for Solano, and they need to make sure they're keeping Maui on the back line right now.
There's a serve once again from Asuncion.
Wow, the recovery.
Good recovery. Spike is blocked and out of bounds. The point's going to go to the Knights. 22-17.
Once you think the Knights are out of the water, you just see them recover so quickly.
Yeah, they're really utilizing the block right now, even when they can't get a straight hit down.
So here's number 12, Emery Brown, the 5'9" freshman from Cottonwood, California. Ball's on the Solano side. The setup, the spike, tipped over. Saved. Now the setup on the Knights. Ooh, dug out! And the Knights are going to end up with the point regardless. 23-17.
Yeah, again, Solano really needs to be able to help each other out on the court and make sure they know who's getting the ball.
There's the spike from Solano out the back boundary. They keep aiming for that backside. It keeps going over. 24-17 now. And they're 1 point away, Solano is, from being down 0-2. Ball's in the air on Solano's side. Now it transfers over to the Knights. Here's the setup. The spike blocked. Oh, wow, what a play. It's still on the Knights side. They send it back to Solano. Here's the setup. The spike blocked and action at the net. Some chaos. The ball's still in play. Solano has it. And finally Solano gets the point.
Wow. Crazy. That was an insane turn of events right there.
Yeah, those are the plays you really need to make sure you're staying in the game, in the play, and Solano did just that and executed it.
And what a sequence that was. And they're 1 point away from this set ending. They're really clawing and scrapping away. Here's number 11, Jacqueline Capili with the serve. The setup, and another Solano point, back to back, 24-19.
Yeah, again, Jada is definitely one of the most aggressive upfront players for Solano, so they're just getting on a roll now.
Another Solano serve. It's back on Solano's side.
Wow.
The Knights have it. Soft touch over the net, saved. Solano again. Oh, and they're gonna end the set there. Wow.
A rough sequence of events right there for Solano.
Yeah, a little bit of mishaps and some running into on the Solano side, so they really need to make sure that they're listening to each other, not only talking.
I mean, yeah, we had some exciting moments. I mean, with the back and forth, you can certainly see that, at least on the defensive side, you know, the Falcons, there's nothing to worry about there. They're going all out, and they're diving and they're scratching and they're flying. It's somewhere on the offense they can't seem to land that kill shot. That kill shot is just always going out the back. Versus Madeline Frick, she's aiming for more towards, you know, the deep middle back, but she's giving herself a lot of room within the boundary to make the point. She's just hitting it no man's land.
Yeah.
So is that how difficult is it to make that type of adjustment mid-game?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely intimidating when a team like Shasta has a lot of tall players on the net, and it's big blocks on each side. So adjusting to that and making sure that they're finding spots where either using the block or finding spots where no one is, which has been difficult for Solano to find that momentum. And they've been targeting the back line, but that seems to also be kind of iffy with Shasta having a big range in the backcourt. So just making sure they're finding a good fire with their offense. Yeah,
the Knights are not giving the Falcons any room to work with. It seems like they're leaving the back open, but just so much length that they have, they can clear space within ease. So it's really up to the Falcons right now to keep their spirits high. You have to rally, win 3 in a row, and I think it's possible.
Yeah, this is a must-win set for Solano to stay into this game, and there's a lot of pressure right now, but I think this last minute can help them regroup, and Shasta's been on fire, so I can only hope that they can stay with that heat right now.
Yeah, I mean, Shasta has been on fire. They, again, are 26-8 overall. In conference play, they're 8-2, and they've won their last 4, as Mason mentioned earlier in this broadcast. They're 7-3 at home, 10-4 away. They themselves have had 14 shutouts compared to the 17 held by the Falcons, and they are the 10th seed. So this is a team that is very evenly matched with the Falcons, and they have a lot to prove as well. They traveled 178 miles from the north in the town of Reading to be here today. It's just under a 3-hour drive. And they're here to prove themselves tonight as they enter the start of the third set. They lead 2-0 with the chance to sweep the Solano Falcons and move on in the women's Northern California regional playoffs. To be specific, this is the 3C2A Norcal bracket. If you wanted to look that up on Google, again, 3C2A Norcal bracket of the women's volleyball playoffs.
And this Knights team, their fans have traveled well. I mean, when they get momentum, their fans are really loud. So it's honestly surprising, and you would think that it was a 3-minute drive from where they were at, but it doesn't even seem like they're phased at all from that 3-hour drive from traveling. And they're a really good team on the road, so it's showing right now.
Yeah, Shasta definitely has a lot of energy right now, and it's translating onto the court.
Yeah, again, they have more wins on the road than at home. They have 10 wins on the road, 7 at home. Here's the serve from the Falcons, and immediately the serve to the Falcons, and immediately the Knights pick up a point to start things off. So they lead 1-0 here in the third set. That's going to be number 6, Shawnee Church, with back-to-back serves. Pau Pau has it. Davis sets. Kofi spikes, and again it's over the back boundary.
Ooh.
Oh no,
it was tipped.
Okay, it was tipped.
Wow.
So the upper official has the final say. The back boundary official did say it was out of bounds, but it was tipped on the fingers by the front line of the Knights. So they even it up, 1 apiece. Knights have the ball. The spike is gonna give a point to the Knights, 2-1.
If the Falcons are going to make a comeback, they need to end this set quick.
Yeah, Shasta really has been targeting that same spot over and over again. It's been working for them all night, so Falcons really need to answer to that.
Ball back on the Knights side. Here's Madeline Frick with the serve, and it's going to give Shasta another point.
Shasta doesn't seem to have any weaknesses right now.
A serve from Frick and a serving error. So some much needed momentum for the Solano Falcons. They're only 1 point behind, 3-2 in this early phase of this third set. Here's Brianna Davis with the serve up the line. The Knights still have it. They finally send it back over. 1 touch, 2 touch. The third is going to be dug out by Frick. Here's the setup. Oh, and that's going to give the Knights the point. 4-2 now.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things right now is, if you can tell on the court, the energy is a lot different on Shasta's side compared to Solano's side.
Sure.
It seems Solano seems more down right now, and Shasta seems, even when they do make a mistake, that they're all still playing together. So Solano really needs to up the energy right now.
They have more comfort on their side being up 2-0.
Yeah, and I mean, with Solano, they've been so dominant all year that it can be absolutely understandable why they're so dazed and confused by not having the lead. But they quickly answer back with a point there. It's 4-3, but yeah, they are dazed and confused. They're not used to having to come back from a situation like this. They're down 2-0. They're 1 set away from elimination, 21 points away from their season ending. Here's number 1, Maui Asuncion from the back line. Serve is good on the Knights side. Here's the setup. Soft touch over. No one answers it. Oh no, it hit the boundary line on the net. So it's 4-4. Asuncion's going to get another serve.
Yeah,
Falcons need a lead quick.
Yeah, another needed point for the Falcons, and they really need to keep this lead going.
It looks like that spike tapped one of the blockers, so Shasta gets the point. 5-4 now. Number 16, Hannah Martins with the serve. It's received by Perhelio, set up by Davis. Here's Simeon, soft touch, answered quickly by the Knights. They set up themselves. An attempted reverse setter dump, not executed well. It stays on the Knights' side, so the score is 5-5.
The Falcons need to find someone to provide that spark for them and to get it going for each other.
Yeah, they can't really rely on Shasta's mistakes, because they seem to come back pretty fast after them. So you need to make sure that their serves right now are tough.
Yeah, so Jacqueline Capili with the serving error. So
Not a great start.
you're going to turn it over to number 12, Emery Brown, on the Knights. The Knights on the left side in the gray and green uniforms. The Falcons with the black and blue. Set up from Davis. Kufi spikes. Kufi scores.
Yeah, she's someone you definitely want to warm up on Solano's side right now.
Get her going, like I said, to take it over.
Pau with the serve. Shasta with the ball. Now it's back to Solano's side quickly. Almost caught Davis off guard, but she answered back quick. And that's going to land in no man's land, right in between everyone. Point goes to Shasta.
Falcons just not being where they need to be.
Yeah, the Falcons really need an energy shift right now. Everyone seems to be a little bit down on themselves.
Shelby Rogers now with the serve and the serving error, consequently 7-7 now. Vanessa Simeon. She now is setting up and poised and serves. Set up, Frick, served is blocked. The spike is blocked. Now it's sent over and the Falcons get the point.
Yeah, that was a lucky shot by Aaliyah. That did seem like it was going out, but one of the Shasta players did touch it.
Yeah. Unforced error.
Vanessa Simeon again, hot hand, second serve. Ball is in the air on the Knights side. They set up Frick. Here's the spike, and it's answered too. Ball still in play. There's the spike from the Knights, and the Falcons get the point.
She set that thing to the moon.
Yeah, they really want to keep Aaliyah on fire. She's been one of their best hitters tonight. So.
And number 10, Aaliyah Aguiar.
This front line has to win them this set.
And a service error, out of bounds, 9-8. But yeah, watch out for Aaliyah Aguiar. She's the one on the near side.
Serving is one of Solano's strengths. They need to tighten up on that one.
But certainly, there is the serve from Shasta. It's in the air on the Falcons side. Pau is the one who tries to send it over. Now they're setting up Frick. Frick is going to spike, but it's going to be saved by Pau. Now Kufi has it. And it's going to be in the air on Shasta's side. Another Shasta spike. It's out of bounds. Solano gets the point.
Yeah, there's Vanaya finally answering to Shasta when they keep targeting that one area. That was a great up by her.
Yeah, great save. Vanaya is definitely the person you want saving those spikes from Frick. The serve from Trujillo is an ace. She gets the point, 11-8.
Falcons just need to keep getting their energy and spirits up. They play well together when they have good spirits.
Ball in the air on the Knights side. Here's the setup. The changeup saved by Trujillo. But it's going to fall out of bounds on the Knights side. So the point goes to the Knights, 11-9.
Miscommunication right there.
Yeah, again, Solano seems to be really scrappy. It's just the contacts that they have that are messing up.
Madeline Frick with the serve. It's saved from Simeon. Pau sets. A soft touch over. Right back and forth. Wow! Another play from Pau.
Yeah, she's known for those tricky plays. If she sees that you're not there, she's going to send it there.
Just almost looked like a pass to an empty spot on the court. Beautiful field vision from Vanaya Pau. And immediately Shasta answers back. They're only 2 points behind, 12-10.
Solano cannot allow them to keep themselves in this game.
Emma Mangini with the serve from the Knights. There it is.
Oh.
And that's inbounds.
What a location in that serve.
Yeah, what an ace from Mangini.
Yeah, the libero seemed to think that was out, but it just dropped right in.
Shasta again with the serve. Over the net. Aurelia has it. Pau sets. Here's Kufi. And Kufi gets the point. Excuse me, Aguiar. Again, Aaliyah Aguiar. Watch out for her. She's been hot all day.
Keep her going.
Yeah, she definitely likes those spots where they're not.
Assumption with the serve on the Falcons. It's in the air on the Knights side. Now the Falcons. Benaya, reverse dump. Saved. Now a spike is saved again, but this time by the Knights. Wow, lots of blocks. Lots of spikes. Here's another one. There's another save. And finally the Falcons get the point.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you can definitely see Solano's picking up the pace a little bit. They're starting to trust each other more, which is definitely what they need in this set right now.
Here to keep things going is Assumption. She'll lead things off. There's the high serve. Set up, spike attempt, saved! It's high in the air. They have it. They send it back over. Wow. Another spike attempt. This time gets past the Falcons. The point goes to Shasta.
Yeah, Solano's starting to answer to their hits. That one caught them off guard a little bit, but they're definitely back in this game.
Yeah, Shasta went right back at it. Immediately after receiving the blocked spike, they went back at the exact same spot. And now they're going to pick up another point. They're only one behind. It's 14-13.
Solano cannot allow this one to slip from their grasp.
Yeah, Shasta's energy is only getting bigger, so they need to respond fast.
All right, it's in the air. Davis sets. Pau, soft changeup. Pau with another serve over the net, but it's back to the Falcons side. The spike blocked. Action at the net. Here's they set up for the spike, and it's going to be out of bounds after hitting a Falcon defenseman. So it's 14-14 now. Or defensewoman, I should say.
Yeah, they definitely have to stay on their toes a little bit more with these plays. Shasta's definitely not going to give up these points easily.
Hannah Martins with the serve. Davis with a setup. Dug out. Back on Solano's side. Another set. Another spike. Action at the net. Point goes to Shasta.
Yeah, it seems to be that Solano's not really on their toes right now. They're kind of reacting too late, so they need to respond quickly.
Good timeout.
Shasta's energy is high up there.
Well, here's a quick timeout from the action. So the Falcons have just lost the lead. It's 15-14 with 10 points remaining in their season.
Yes, Solano really needs to use this timeout and come back stronger.
And
Solano
what we
needs
really
to have a really big surge right here. They need a quick 3 points, in my opinion. I think if they get their momentum going and they go quick into this victory right here, they can keep that momentum into the next sets if they can hold on to this.
Yeah, this is one of those sets where you cannot stop until the set's over, so they really need to push and fight right now, and then they can rest when the set's over and they're safe. Right now it's a battle.
Anna Martins, number 16 on the Knights, sets up the serve. There it is, received by Simeon. Set up by Davis. Soft touch over the net. Saved by Frick. Back on the Solano side. Now Davis sets. Here's the spike. Dug out. Frick, soft serve. Another spike from the Falcons is dug out. And finally, the Knights get the point.
The Knights just are not letting up. They're just right back on their feet every time they make a mistake.
Yeah, and they seem to be backing each other up on every single play. If it's a missed hit, someone else is there to help them out.
Yeah, and it seems like the Knights have just been playing clean volleyball. There haven't been many mistakes. Well, almost right on cue, there's a serving error at the back boundary. But it seems like they've been playing cleaner volleyball. Overall, they've been the ones with less mistakes. They've been minimizing their errors, and they've been playing very sharp. Here's number 11, Jacqueline Capili. Serve is received by Frick. Here's the setup for a spike, saved. And now the Falcons tie it up, 16-16.
Yeah, smart shot by Vanessa going down the line right there. She can see a little weakness, so she's going to try to target that and get the Falcons back up.
Serve from the Falcons. Knights side. Ooh, good block. Oh, but not able to get saved. The point goes to the Knights.
inconvenient bounces happening for this Falcons team right now.
Yeah, when serving, you really want to try to avoid the libero, the one in the opposite jersey, as they're the best passers on the court.
12 with the serve. It's on the Falcons side. Oh, and the Falcons saw a little bit of confusion there, but the ball is still in play. Now the serve is over the back boundary. It's high. So 18-16 now.
Every mistake that Shasta has made has been cleaned up right after.
Yeah, Solano really needs to try to play cleaner right now and make sure they find those holes.
Ooh, and an ace from number 12, Emily Brown. Makes it 19-16.
The life is slowly dying down for this Solano team. You need to pick it right back up right now.
Oh, service error.
Right after an ace, too. Wow.
I'm sure Solano could use that. It's down 19-17.
Yeah, much needed miss serve. Benai really needs to be aggressive on this line right now.
Ooh, and a rare service error from Pau Pau. You don't see that very often.
Yeah, again, this is a game of mistakes. They really need to try to learn from it and pick it up right now.
All right, Shelby Rogers finally sends one over the net. Pau Pau sets up Kofi, blocked. Pau Pau has it again, and they send it back over. In Knights airspace, the spike from Frick is dug out. And Solano picks up a point.
Much needed.
Yeah, they really need to do more of the smart shots instead of trying to hit as hard as they can right now, which is what Vanessa just did.
Yeah, they're not going to get over that front line. I mean, Madeline Frick at 6'1", and Emma Mangini at 5'11". It's going to be very hard to spike past those two as Shasta picks up another point.
Just trying to get these scrappy points for Solano is.
Yeah, simple mistakes that they really can't be making this late in the game.
They've got all the time to warm up now. Ball is in Falcons airspace. The setup, the spike is good. Aaliyah Aguiar keeps it alive for the Falcons.
She has really stepped up this game.
Yeah, she's been on fire. I try to give her the ball as much as possible right now in these last couple points of the set.
There's Alyssa Perhelio, sends it over the net. The Knights have it. The spike from Frick, blocked. Back with Solano. Pau Pau has it. The spike it's in. Another point for Solano. 21-20. They're one behind.
She is getting this game going.
Again, Aaliyah is definitely their strongest player right now, and they really need to utilize her in these
Keep feeding
these
off
points.
of her, feeding the hot hand.
Well, Sunshin just served it over. The Knights have it. Frick. Her spike is blocked. It's 21-21.
The momentum is shifting. Timeout. Shasta, much needed timeout. Solano needs to keep that momentum right out of the timeout. Excuse me.
You can definitely see it on their faces. The energy has picked up immensely. So they're definitely going to come back out fighting hard as it's tied, and they're 4 points away from this, from keeping them in this game.
The shift, Aaliyah, man.
Yeah, wow. I mean, just, and it seems like they've answered the problem of Madeline Frick. You know, that last point to tie it up at 21-21 was a hard setup and spike from Frick, and I couldn't quite see who it was, but the two blockers on that play really kept things in front of them, and it just dropped right into the Knights' side of the court. And there's really nothing you can do about a good executed block.
Yeah, they're just executing. They're playing freely. They're getting their momentum up. They're getting their energy and spirits up. You know, there's smiles on their face right now. They need that right now. They need to keep their heads up, and they have this whole time.
Yeah, these next points are very crucial, and they have a strong server on the back line, so have to make sure that they keep this serve.
The swing needs to happen now for Solano.
All right, well, here's Perhelio with the serve to get things started. The ball is in Knights airspace. Oh, the Falcons take the lead, 22-21.
Doing the thing. Oh my goodness, she is the MVP right now.
Again, Aaliyah, she's on fire. You don't want to stop her.
Virgilio again with the serve. Knights air space. Here's the setup from Frick. Oh, and it's saved. It's still in play. And it's back on Knights territory. 23-21.
What a play. Just play after play being made.
It's exactly the shift that Solano needed. They're all fired up. They're all willing to put everything into these last couple points to save the game.
Another much-needed timeout, this time called by Shasta.
That was quick timeout.
Wow.
They did not want this game to slip out of their hands. That's why they called that timeout, because the Falcons clearly have the momentum. And Aaliyah, just the strongest player right now, and willing this team on her back.
Again, they're 2 points away. They need to keep this momentum going. They can only rest when the set's over and make sure that they've got it.
And Shasta, you just need to execute better. You've executed all night. You need to continue to execute and keep the scrambling at a minimum, and you'll find a way to move on to the next round. But just so much momentum for the Falcons right now.
Yeah, and I mean, when you are the Falcons and your season is 4 points away and you're down 2-0, what more do you have to lose? They're playing what they practiced for right here. Virgilio gets this thing started. Ball's in the Knights' side. And it looks like that is saved. Pau sets. Here's the spike. Yeah, it's over. So 22-23.
Crucial. Oh, man.
A great point for Shasta right now. They're still down, but Solano really needs to make sure that they're staying calm in this moment.
Frick serves it. Virgilio receives it. Davis sets it. And Aguiar. There's a spike. It's in the Falcons territory. Aguiar sends it back, but it's saved. Action at the net. Solano gets the point.
A crucial point. That was a back row attack by Shasta, which is illegal. So the setter hit it over when they weren't supposed to. So set point for Solano.
1 point away from forcing game 4.
Well, Davis serves it. Oh, and it's out of bounds. So we keep things interesting. 24-23. If the Falcons aren't able to get this point, they have to gain a 2-point lead. Here's number 3. Emma Mangini with the serve for the Knights. There it goes across the net. It's in the air. Pau has it. The setup. Oh, and Virgilio keeps it in the air. Another setup from the Falcons. Puts it on the Knights' side. There's a lot going on here.
Oh, my goodness.
Setup. Virgilio. Aguiar. Blocked! Out of bounds! The point goes to Solano!
Solano are still in this game.
Solano stays alive!
Oh, my goodness. The MVP right now.
Yeah, Aaliyah definitely did a lot for the Falcons this set. She's on fire, and she really executed it and kept Solano in this game.
Wow. I mean, Aaliyah Aguiar, she's a middle hitter, outside hitter, 5'10" freshman from Napa. I mean, what are you seeing in terms of what she's doing well tonight?
I think her confidence has definitely been boosted, and it's good to have that confidence. She's been on a roll, and they keep giving her the ball as they should, and she's staying aggressive, and I think she's definitely a key part in this team right now and staying calm, and you can see they're still celebrating over there, and they're they have to keep that momentum.
I interviewed her, I think it was about a month ago. She seemed really level-headed, very humble, and just a very bright person. She kept her spirits up the whole time, even when they were losing, and it seems like that has really paid off, and her skill obviously showing, but you know, that kind of energy, your teammates feed off of that. No matter what sport it is, you have to have that person to lighten up the spirits and keep your team going. She's clearly the head of the team right now. She's clearly leading them, and she needs to keep up this work. And the team around her, their defense was great on those last sequences, and they just need to keep that up.
Yeah, exactly. She's been a very calm presence for them, and she's been making sure that she's keeping it in play, and yeah, she's just been a calming presence for them this entire set, and she's definitely answered to some of the mistakes that she's made before, and which is exactly what you need to do, and the teammates are responding with her.
Yeah, and I mean, this time of year is the exact moments that the leaders of the team are made. You know, with the performance from Aaliyah Aguiar tonight being as impressive as it is. As a freshman, when she comes in next year as a sophomore, it's her team to carry. It's going to be her team to lead. And it's in moments like these, the biggest moments, who shows up, who lets all of the preparation and all of the practice really shine through in the moments that matter most.
Yeah, and this kind of comeback, it's kind of stressful for Shasta. They have to make sure that they're keeping their momentum. They seem a little down after that loss, and Solano seems fired up, so they really have to try to respond fast to each other.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like Shasta needs to remember they still have the 2-1 lead. It's still a 2-1 lead, but it's almost as if they know that there is a sleeping giant. They don't quite know if the sleeping giant has quite woken up yet. They're still only one set away from advancing. But if you think about it, Solano is only one set away from a brand new ball game. So this is interesting. It's always great when the team can keep things alive. And the Falcons have avoided getting swept at home.
The Falcons need to strengthen their weaknesses right now. That game was really close. They need to alleviate some pressure from themselves by keeping this a separate game.
Yeah, again, they're coming in fired up, and they really need to keep that momentum going as Shasta's going to try to respond quickly.
Yes, they are. So Pau seems to be the one poised to serve in the back. On the field, we have 14 Simeon. We have 8 Kufi. We have 9 in Davis and number 1 in Assumption. And that first point is going to go to Shasta. Madeline Frick is fired up. She's got something to say.
Yeah, exactly what Shasta wanted to do on their first point is make sure that they're coming in fired up, and Solano needs to respond quickly.
Here's Shawnee Church with the serve. Ball in Falcons territory, and back-to-back points go to Shasta to start off this 4th set.
The Falcons have started off slow in every single set.
Yeah, they really need to try to pick up the energy again.
Yeah, it seems to be taking a long time to get these Falcons warmed up. It wasn't just something that was limited to the start of the game, but something that seems to persist throughout all these sets. Hopefully, if they want to keep things alive, they can limit the damage. But now Frick sets up the spike, and Frick sends it over bounds. So the Falcons get the point 2-1.
Yeah, that's exactly what they want. They want to try to get them on their errors, and now Aaliyah's in the front row. So
bringing the hot hand back in.
Yeah.
So it's Aaliyah in the front, Kufi next to her, Brianna to the right. Oh, good save from Prohelio, but lands out of bounds. So 3-1 on that spike.
Yeah, Solano really needs to pick it up. They need to make sure that they don't have one good play to bring the energy back up. They need to do it themselves.
Ooh, and a tough play at the net off the hands of Davis. 4-1 now, the score is. Madeline Frick once again with the serve. She's in the back. There she is. Ball is now in Falcons territory. Pau sets. Here's the spike. Falcons get the point.
Again. Yeah, Aaliyah's on fire tonight, so they want to keep her going. She's definitely been a crucial part in this game right now.
Yeah, Aaliyah Aguiar. Keep her on the field as long as possible. Virgilio in the back now with the serve, and it is out of bounds. Point goes to Shasta.
Can't allow those mistakes to happen.
Yeah, it seems that Solano's really trying to get those tough serves in and just missing a little bit.
Emma Mangini holds the ball, now serves it, it hits the net. So 5-3.
This is important serve for Brianna, especially after 2 missed serves.
Yeah, Davis now hoping. 3rd time's the charm. There's the lob up. It is. Knights territory. Set up for the spike. Blocked!
Oh.
But Shasta still gets the point after the Falcons were unable to recover the block.
Falcons need to get it back on their side.
Hannah Martins now on the back for the Knights. Shasta clears the ball. It's with Solano now. The setup, the spike, saved. Still in the air. And Madeline Frick sends it over to Davis. Now Pau. To set up the spike, saved again. Ball still in play. Oh, and the ball's still in play. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
They're grinding it out here. Oh, Perhelio dives to keep it alive. A block, a save, a spike, save.
Oh my goodness.
It's still going. Ball's now in Knights territory. Here's the setup. Here's the spike, and finally the Knights get the point. What an exchange.
So much happening on that. So much events. I could have sworn Aaliyah had that spiked. But, man.
Yeah, both teams are definitely fired up. We're going to see a lot more of those kind of rallies this set.
Oh, and Shasta gets themselves another point.
Yeah, something Solano needs to work on is making sure that they're staying low, especially when they're hitting, and not being surprised when Shasta puts up a big block.
Solano cannot allow themselves to be in a big hole.
No, they can't. I mean, 8-3 is tough. They have to get started now. Points are crucial in this elimination set. Here's the setup. Aguiar spikes in at an angle. It's saved. And that's out of bounds. Point goes to Solano.
Yeah, Solano's really going to have to try to keep up this momentum, especially with Aaliyah coming out right now.
They need to execute in the front line.
Well, there's a Sunshin. He's getting ready to serve.
It's going to be about who has heart on his team.
Set up, spike, dug out. Gianna sets. Simeon spikes and gets the point. 8-5.
Yeah, Vanessa sees those corners and she's going to pick on them, especially when they help with the points right now.
She's very smart and strategic.
Ooh, blocked by Pau. Still alive. Pau sends it over the net.
Wow.
And it's back to Solano. The setup, the spike from Simeon in the air. Knights side. Ooh, spike, blocked, point to Solano.
Wow.
Big point for Solano right there. That was another net violation by Shasta, which is one of those silly mistakes that you really want to try to minimize.
Yeah, Shasta's got room to breathe, but they have to make sure those are mitigated. And the Falcons need to make sure service errors like that are mitigated. That was an easy point. 6-9, the score is now. Nice. Here's number 12, Emery Brown on the back boundary. Ooh, it looks like Madeline Frick is just tying her shoes. I was a little worried about an injury on the field, but here's Emery Brown. Ball's over the net in the Solano territory. Pau sends it over. Now the Knights have it. Frick sends it back. Here's the setup, the spike, and Solano gets the point.
Really good execution right there.
Yeah, here comes Trinity. She's starting to warm up, and we really want to make sure that we're executing. Now Jada's in, which is another big hitter for the Falcons, so they got to warm her up too and hope for the best.
Yeah, Trinity Tunga Smita.
Definitely need to get her
sophomore.
going.
There's the serve and an ace for Solano. 8-9 now the score is.
Tough location right there for Shasta.
You know, we're starting to see the tough serving from the Falcons.
Same spot. Frick sends it back. Pau sends it high. The spike is a changeup. Some action at the net before they finally clear it. Falcons have it now. Davis sets. They toss it over. Some action at the net. The ball's still in play. Ooh, good block from Pau, but it goes out of bounds. So the 10th point for Shasta. They lead by 2.
Those are always tough spots to be in on the exterior.
Yeah, like I said, there's going to be a lot more rallies like this, so it's going to be who can stay in it the longest.
Simeon spikes, but it's saved. It's in the air on the Knights side. Oh, and a miscommunication. Oh, it was a bluff from Frick. You thought she was going to hit it hard, but she kind of hit it out of the slice.
Yeah, those ones are really difficult, but Falcons really have to try to respond to this now.
Yeah, 11-8. Very manageable, but still an uphill battle. It's in the Knights' territory, and the Falcons are going to pick up an easy point. That was more of an error on the Knights' end. 9-11, the score is.
Falcons need to pick up the pace here.
Yeah, Benai's a great server. They need to keep her on the line.
Powell sends it across. Frick sends it right back. The setup, Simeon with the changeup, answered quickly by the Knights. Now they set up to spike. It's in the air. For Helio sets. Here's the changeup. The Knights respond. Frick blocked. Falcons points.
Great timing right there.
Yeah, now we're starting to see Jada warm up. She's definitely one of the strongest blockers for the Falcons. So.
Powell serves it. The setup, the spike from Mangini. It's in the air. Helio sets it to Simeon. Frick lobs it up. Frick gets ready. She spikes. It's blocked, but nobody's there to recover it. 12th point for Shasta. They're ahead by 2.
Yeah, when you have a strong hitter like number 4 for Shasta, you got to make sure that you're getting those touches like that, but also that the people behind you are able to pick it up too.
Here's 6, Shawnee Church with the serve. It's in the air. Kufi. Now Frick, change up, point, Shasta.
Yeah, more miscommunication from the Falcons. They really need to pick those up now, especially when Shasta's picking up on that and they're going to try to target them more.
So it's still 13-10 early in this match. We're in the middle parts of this set. Kufi spikes. Kufi delivers. 13-11.
There's that power we were talking about.
Yeah, Jada's now firing up, and now that we have Aaliyah in the front row, it's going to be difficult for Shasta to maintain them.
Jada Kufi and Aaliyah Aguiar both at the front net. Definitely a killer combo. Shasta sets. Here's the spike from Frick. Blocked in the air. Here's the spike from Solano. It's answered back. Another spike. Saved by Prohelio. The ball's still in play. Here's the answer back. Now the Knights have it. Up. Here's Frick. Oh, and point Falcons.
Great response from the Falcons right now.
Yeah, they definitely have picked up their energy early in the set, which is exactly what they need. And they need to keep this energy throughout the entire game.
Vanessa Simeon with the point. They're down by 1, 13-12. There it is in the Knights' territory. Here's the setup. The spike from the Knights is good. 14 points the Knights have.
Another great response from Shasta. Take the momentum right back.
Solano really needs to utilize this serve right now, or this pass right here.
Here's Frick. Hits the net. Oh, and that confused the defense. So the 15th point for Shasta is because of Frick's net serve. Frick's going to get the serve again.
Yeah, those are one of the most tough serves to receive, especially when it just throws off the entire pace of the ball.
Yeah, I mean, once it hits the net, it really could go anywhere. It's a soft net. It's not even like reacting to a ball off of a brick wall or whatever. There's no way to predict against that. So a very risky serve as well, because you're just inches away from a service error if it's too high or too low. So tough break for the Falcons. Frick again with a very low margin serve. Good save from Powell. Now it's back to the Knights. The spike dug out, saved, and sent back over. And the Knights fail to answer back. The Falcons get the points.
Dynamic duo.
Here comes Aaliyah. Not only is she being aggressive offensively, but defensively as well.
Here's Prohelio. Sent back over to the Falcons side. The setup, the spike, and oh wow, it's still in play, but no! The Falcons get the points.
Here comes the crowd, get into it.
Aaliyah's really bringing up the energy, not only on the court, but in the stands right now. They got to keep this energy.
Virgilio serves in the air. Knights send it back. Virgilio, pow, the spike. The Falcons get the points.
She is on fire. Oh my goodness.
15 to 15.
They need a timeout.
Yeah, Aaliyah has been phenomenal this entire game, and she's really picking it up when they need it the most. So they really need to make sure that she's staying on fire. And
she's feeling like LeBron in Game 6 of the NBA Finals right now. She's trying to lead a comeback.
Yeah, she's got the entire stands. Everyone in here is cheering for her.
That's what you love to see. Their first ever home playoff game for volleyball.
I mean, and
the fans have showed up.
This is what you play for. I mean, as a kid, I mean, what's the youngest age group for volleyball?
It really depends.
Volleyball.
I mean,
7, 6. I mean, it's every sport. You're playing since kindergarten, since you're a little kid.
Every competitive player, especially when you make it to this level, they've dreamed about moments like these. Moments where the game is on the line, their season's on the line, and every touch matters in extending the life of your season. That's what the Falcons are trying to do now. 15 to 15 here in the fourth set. They're trailing by 1. The Knights, with the lead, almost are acting like they have their backs against the wall. But really, it's more of the Falcons have nothing to lose.
Exactly.
So Helio sends it over the net. It's in Knights airspace. Here's the setup, the spike, and the Knights quickly answer back. They get the point, 16 to 15.
Really good answer right there.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to see, especially right after a timeout from your team.
Emma Mangini. The right-hander serves. Virgilio sets it up. The spike, and the Falcons get the points. Aguilar once again.
She is everywhere.
Yeah, you really want to make sure that we're keeping this serve so we can keep Aaliyah in on the court. She's a crucial point for the Falcons right now.
It's up to Davis to get the serve over, and she does. Frick sends it up. The Knights have it. They send it right back. Manageable for the Falcons. The setup to the hot hand is answered back. Now they set up to serve. Oh, good save from Davis. Another good save from Tungus Mita. It's still in play. Pau sends it over.
Wow.
And almost a near miss. Oh, another save from Prohelio. Goofy sends it. Another save. And the Falcons get the points. 17 to 16.
The points are coming.
The Falcons have definitely answered, and the entire crowd can tell.
Oh my goodness.
Everyone's fired up right now for the Falcons.
I'm fired up right now.
So Aguilar stays on the court. Tungus Mita and Pau at the front. Davis slowing things down. Pau sends it over. It's in Knights airspace. It's high. Frick sends it softly. Soft serve saved. Now here's Aguilar. And it's over the back. Ooh, 17 to 17. This is a real nail biter, folks.
Man, this is crazy.
Yeah, much needed point from Shasta. They really want to try to slow Aaliyah down, but I'm pretty sure she'll respond pretty fast with this.
Anna Martin's taking her time with her serve. There it is. Virgilio. And Aguilar blocked. Back in Falcons. Oh, and it's over the back boundary. So 18 to 17. Shasta leads.
You cannot have those right now.
Yeah, that was a good idea, but just a little too far. Solano still seems in it, so they need to fight right now.
Martins again with the serve. A service error ties it up. 18 to 18.
This is a dogfight. This is going to come down to who makes the least amount of mistakes.
Yeah, you can definitely see. Yeah, you can see the energy shift between the teams. Solano's fired up right now. Yeah. Again, the crowd is really helping with that, and Shasta seems to be a little bit down on themselves right now.
Maui Asuncion sends it over. It's in the air for the Knights. They set it up. Frick, change up, answered. Prohelio. Oh, action at the net. 19 to 18. The Knights get the point.
Yeah, that was a smart shot by number 4. And they're expecting something really hard and then going off speed like that.
Emery Brown now for the Knights. Serves it. It's in the air. Simeon sends it back up. Pau Pau sends it up. And the Knights have it. They lob it over. Ooh, good teamwork there. And the ball's still in play. Good block.
Wow. Oh, my.
Action at the net. Oh, and the Shasta Knights have just come within 5 points of ending the Falcons season.
They have just recovered every single mistake.
Yeah, this is an important part for Solano. They need to make sure that they're staying in it and not getting down on themselves, especially when they're 5 points away from their season ending.
Emery Brown getting ready to serve. Coming on the field now is number 12, Liliana Moss. The 5'9" freshman, and Solano gets the point on a service error. It's 20-19.
That was really close to being touched or staying in.
Looks like that's going to be a sunshine. Nope. Capili serving for the Falcons. Gets across the net. The setup. The spike from Frick. Blocked. Oh, but it lands out of bounds, so the Knights pick up the point. 4 points away from eliminating the Falcons.
Yeah, it's important to stay calm in these moments, especially for the Falcons right now. They're making some substitutions right now, and they're only trailing by 2, so they're still in this.
Pau Pau is out there at the front. Kofi with the soft touch.
Oh, man.
Oh, but saved. Good defense from Shasta.
Recovery.
Shasta sends it over. Here's the spike from Kofi, out of bounds. 22-19.
The Falcons have not been able to respond from the recoveries that Shasta has had this whole night.
Yeah, their defense has been good at blocking those spikes, but they're not recovering it and sending it back over. There's the spike from Simeon. Well, not really a spike, but here's one from Frick. Back in Knights territories. Frick once again spikes, and Frick gets the point. 23-19.
2 points away from victory for the Shasta Knights.
Another substitution. The Falcons really need to try to bring this energy back into the game. It's not over yet, but they really need to fight to get this back.
2 points away from their season ending. The serve from the Knights is up in the air on the Falcons side. It's spiked and sent out of bounds.
Clutch.
The 20th point for the Falcons.
They had to get that.
All right, so Pau Pau has the serve.
It is a game of runs.
It's important to stay calm in these moments for the Falcons.
Ball in the air, they're setting up for Frick. Here's Frick, it's blocked. Who answers? It's Kofi! Kofi gets the 21st points.
Man.
This is exactly what the Falcons need right now, with Jada getting fired up in the front row.
Here's Pau Pau. Ball's over the net. Knights there space. Set back over, off the net, saved. It's in the air. The setup, the spike is inbounds. 22 points.
What a spike. What a play. Timeout.
Right on the boundary. It's 23-22.
The Falcons are staying in it. Oh my goodness.
It's getting more intense here in Solano.
This is great. This is what sports are about.
Falcons really need to keep this energy, especially after the timeout. The Shasta's going to try to come back with even more fire.
Solano kept their spirits high once again. I thought they were dead out of the water. 23-19. 3-point surge quickly. They need to execute these final 3 points.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure on both sides right now. Shasta wanting to end this game and Solano wanting to continue.
23-22. Pau Pau with the serve. They're trailing by 1, the Falcons are. Here's the setup. It looks like they're going to Frick. Frick serves. They block it. Oh, and it's going to be a point for the Knights.
1 point away for the Knights.
Game point for Shasta.
Game point for Shasta. Season point for the Falcons. Here's the serve. And it's up in the air. It's sent over the net. Back to the Falcons' territory. Pau has it. They send it back. It looks like it's going to be Frick. And Frick seals the nail in the coffin. And Shasta takes set number 4. They win 3-1 on this nail-biter of a contest.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a tough game. Solano really did fight as hard as they could with that, and they tried their best, and Shasta came out on top.
Their best season they've ever had, Solano has, and you can't feel anything but pride for them. And you know, it stinks to have your season end at home, but you know, you have brighter things coming in the future. You have a really young squad, and you're going to run it back next year.
Exactly. It's been difficult, but nothing short of how great their season has been. This game doesn't define either team.
Absolutely.
Both have been really strong this entire season.
And you're going to be there. You
Yeah.
know? So
Yeah.
try and make that team have more of a spark next year. And, you know, good luck to y'all.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, this Falcons team has really shown a lot of heart. And again, a lot of freshmen on this team. If they stay on this team and they bring this experience going into next year, being the sophomores, the leaders of the pack, and really showing the rest of the team that they've been there before and they know how to deal with these types of situations, there's definitely a bright future ahead for the Solano Falcons. But we have a final score of 3-1. The Shasta Knights are going to move on to the state qualifier. Thank you to Grayson Maroka and Mason Flores for joining me in the booth. I'm Nathaniel Thomas with Solano College Sports Network, and we cannot wait to see you again.